Hey guys, I thought I would make one big kind of long video here of all the properties and kind of how they're connected and the roads in between and all. So pulling up on 100 here. Really, I started right at the property line. That is 100. Going down the street towards 102. Buy property and build. So this is 102 we're pulling up at. Super calm out there today. I drove by the boat dock. There was hardly, I think there was 2 trucks and trailers there. There's only 2 boats on the lake, at least from non-lakefront owners. Back up the hill, again, properties again there on our right. So we're back at 100. From 100, pumping your septic, from what I saw, it's going to go under the street, right up the hill right there. And then Frank and Di's lot is right up there on the hill, kind of right through there on the left. The septic's going to pump right up through along this property line. If you can see the green ribbons back there in the trees, right up this line, across the next street, and then right behind that to the commons area back there. All right, one left right there. So up there on the right where those kind of go through a dip and back up on the right there is Frank and Di's lot. 147 starts right there. It's up on our right. And right there in the road is the white spot. Looks like it stops about right here. Looking back towards the lake, and then right back through there is lots 100 and 102 right down across the hill. Forward again. So it doesn't sound like y'all really remembered too well, but we pulled up right here and we kind of went right by that fence area right there. This is 119, by the way, we're stopping at now. It's like the Harmons own it from Archer, Florida. So right there on that tree right there, you can see a ribbon on the left. You can see another ribbon right there on the fence line there. So we got out here, walked out just a little bit, and there's a little kind of knob or ridge we get to in a minute, and we said this would be a great place to build the house, and you could do the basement right on the back side of that. Property line there you can see on the tree. So the left side of the lot's really kind of a drainage ditch, small creek area there that runs all the way down that left side of the lot. What you're looking at is really from there you'd be building. Right here is the little drop down I was talking about. We walked to about right this ridge and decided this would be a good spot. Basement on the downside of this. From here it drops, it's hard to tell on this camera, but it drops 10 feet from here to that tree right about where my finger is there. Yep, that tree. It's about a 10-foot drop from where I'm standing to there. So this area here between there is great for the basement. Down there at the bottom is our lake frontage. Here's how far we are from the truck. So really, I think I agree with what we said that time. This is a great spot for the front of the house and the basement on the back. Now this is not as good a lot as over there, but you're not dealing with any of the floodplain issues on 102 like you are over there. More briars here than I thought there was going to be. So if you saw on the map, there's a little trail here, deer trail, or a couple people looking at it. Down about this big tree right here is where it looked to me the floodplain came to, roughly right here. And it's pretty flat from here all the way down towards the water. So I bet this is your top of your floodplain, looking back up towards the roads. There's definitely at least a good 20 feet, 25 or 30 feet probably up from here to the truck at the road level. So again, great lot for a walkout basement there on the back side. Pretty natural area down here. Actually, right here where I'm at, I see that's a strange marking on that tree. I wonder if that's a floodplain marker of some sort. That creek's, you can see that pink flag right there back up in there. So the property line's basically the creek essentially through here. So it's two things on this. A creek, I mean, it's very rare to have a creek going through the bottom of your lot, but down here when you're at the bottom, the creek has definitely kind of forced you over here a little bit. So most people are going to put the dock probably right over here. Yeah, looking back towards the road, we're on the west side of the lot right now. So this is all floodplain. You can see some bottles and stuff over there where it's definitely floated up. The way the debris and all looks to me, when you really have a flood, it gets on back up in here. It definitely would. So this is all low lying down here. But I mean, that's, again, not super often you have something like that. So really somewhere you're gonna have to build a little bridge across this creek because your property line ends right there. So that creek kind of flows across the bottom of the property here, kind of crosses the lot, this creek does, and then comes out right there. So at some point you gotta build a little bridge across here on lot 119. I mean, that would be pretty cool. That would add some character, but something you'd have to do, put a bridge across. Huh, interesting. The creek even right here, it's kind of gotten built up. It started flowing back left, back kind of across the lot too. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Obviously you just dig that out where it flows straight out and that doesn't happen, but somebody's just built a new dock on the point right there. That's that's the big house at the end of Leeward. That's being built right now. They just built that dock. I hadn't seen that till today. So this is that big kind of bay I was showing you guys on the map. Right out there is the main channel. If you see that metal dock out across the way and a point on the left and a point on the right, out there's the main channel. This is a big bay that this neighborhood has. That's super nice. That's a neighbor a couple lots over's dock, and then just on the other side of that is the clubhouse. Real natural shoreline. They would want you to really leave it like this. They would allow you to put some riprap or something in to stabilize it some, but they like it to be as natural as possible. You can see where the water's been up in here when it gets high. This is natural, but I mean, you would want to get down here and build you a bonfire, and this is something progressively you would have some debris off the lake get in here. Real flat at the bottom, that's a plus. The bridge will be cool. Pitch is great for a basement lot. There's just a lot of trees in between here. So the big sacrifice I see on this one is you're having to build up towards the road. And you also, don't have a great view from that far up. There's just too many trees in between. And when they're in the floodplain like that, so I've told you guys 50-foot setback off the lake. that's really a 50-foot setback from further up than it's a 975 line, something like that. Caught me on camera not knowing something, but the setback is not just 50 feet from the water's edge here. It's going to be further back. I think it's the 975 line, which was the full pond on Roadhouse, which will be somewhere more, well, that survey stake, that's exactly where it is. So not water's edge, but your 50-foot setback should start at the property line, or again, I think it's a 975 line. So 50 foot from there, you got quite a few trees here that couldn't go anywhere. All right, guys, well, appreciate it. I hope this was informative. Let me know of any questions. We'll talk soon.